Hey, Carver Kings Paul here. I'm down at the shop and working on the next big phase of our project for our shop expansion. We got our two containers that are stacked up on top of each other. Basically, we got to cut a hole through the containers from the lower level to the upper level, put in a stairway, take the wood stove out of the wall, weld up the hole, close it back up, mount the wood stove back in the shop container, run stovepipe up to the upper level studio container, and build a heat transfer unit or a catalytic converter, I don't know what you call it, but yeah, I'm excited to get this done so we have somewhere to warm up in those cold winter days, because we don't stop, we work all year round, no matter how cold it gets, so it's nice to come in here and get toasty warm and go back out and work. I'm up here in the, what do I want to call it? The executive level? No, the studio level of our shop. Working on the next phase of the project. Basically, we got our containers stacked up. We're up in the top level. We got to cut through down into the lower level. So that's what I'm working on right now. All shipping containers have a big steel plate at the back of them. I'm not sure why, but it's part of the structure. So we're basically going to cut through this upper level container, we'll seal it all up, and then we'll cut through the layer below it, and then we're going to put in a stairway that'll allow us up here. The problem is that they got some gussets below it, and the plasma cutter won't cut through that. So I got to take a disc cutter and cut through those plates. So that's the next phase. We'll get at it. Well, that's it. Cut through it. Now we gotta stand it on the lower container now. We gotta seal up between the two containers, make sure that's watertight. Then we'll cut through the roof into the lower container, and we'll be able to come up through the two containers. So I got one of these, what do they call it? The foam packs. 200 square foot foam insulation. I'm basically, we cut the roof hole in the lower container into the upper container, as you can see. Basically, I got to seal this off now, so I'm going to spray foam all around into the cavities where it's a little cool outside today. It's only about 68 degrees, 70 degrees, and this stuff has to be the right temperature. It's got to be between 70 and 90. So basically, this is what I'm doing here. Got a infrared heater, you can see on the tanks, and the tank's actually got a temperature gauge on the back of it. I don't know if you can see it, but shake it quite often, keep an eye on it. Once it gets up probably around 85 degrees, and after shaking and it sits for a little bit, then it'll be ready to go. You only got about 30 seconds on these things once you stop spraying, and you got to switch out the spray nozzle. At least that's what they say in the instructions, maybe even less. So basically, if you're going to use one of these things, you want to make sure you're all set up. So I got ladders outside set up in the different sections where I got to spray, because I got to spray inside here, and then I got to go on the outside, spray around on the outside, all around in between the containers, and then underneath the one container over here. So I got a ladder set up in each section. I've got about 10 nozzles, so I can stop 10 times. It's only 200 square foot, so it shouldn't be bad. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, I can't, my video guy's not here today, so I can't film what I'm doing as I'm doing it, but hey, I'll update you when I'm done. Well, that was interesting. The foam worked great. Hey, I suggest if you need to foam 200 square feet or even more, if it's on sale, it is on sale at Canadian Tire this week. $100 off, so I'm gonna go back and get a couple more. Spray's great. Oh, there we go. And drop the phone. You get a little longer than the 30. It says 30 seconds in between, but basically, as I was moving around, I give it a little squirt, so I got little blobs of foam hanging around. But you know, I put some blockers in here just so I could spray it from the other side. I'll cut that all off. It's totally sealed up inside and out. I like it. It's a good job. Got to build a stairway. I never built a stairway before, so this is interesting. I just went on Google, you know, GTS that, right? Search how to build a stairway. There's some great calculators out there. I'll post a picture. Basically, you give it the total rise and the total run. So I'm 8 foot 5 inches from the floor down below to the top, the finished grade up top, and I want to go only 6 feet out because container's 8 foot wide. I got to leave room to get in on the stairs. So I'll try it out and I'll let you know how it goes. So on a side note, FYI, you can do a 5.5 inch stair with a 7 3/4 inch rise. It's not pretty. It's a little steep. You gotta walk down it sideways, but it works. It's not a problem. I don't mind going up and down it. It's totally solid. I know regulation code for residential is a little different, but hey, when you need to do it, you need to do it, and it works. It's a lot better than doing something else. That's the next process. Got to put all these pieces of pipe together, fit them together, cut some holes in the barrel, attach these barrel flanges. Stay tuned for the next phase. So this is a stovepipe. A lot of people don't know how to fit these together. I've seen them use pliers and whatnot, but basically you just want to match up your seam and then you put it on a hard surface. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, this one's gonna be a pain. Just push that seam down. There we go. Voila! That's a nice pipe. So that seam fits in there. Once you push it in, it locks in, and you're good to go. So we got the stove all installed. We got the catalytic converter hooked up, and we got a fire going to test it out. We sealing up all the leaks, if there's any leaks, and just testing it out to make sure we're not going to kill ourselves. But you can already feel the heat coming off of this thing, and I think we're going to be pretty toasty warm this winter. Basically, the idea is that the exhaust from the wood stove comes in hits the top of this barrel and rolls around, and then it'll basically fill up because heat rises, and it goes down here and then comes out the exit. We got a damper on there so I can control the flow, so we can get some backflow on it to hold the heat in. And then we run up and exit out of the building. You can feel the heat coming off of that thing already. I think it's gonna cook us out of this container. I'm already sweating in here. It's already a hot box, so success. I like it.
If you guys did enjoy that video, I hope you did. Give us a subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, you'll see all our new videos. Like the video if you did, you know, share it to your friends and family. We love doing this stuff, we want to keep doing it.